to take over. Oh, sorry, Wendy, do you want me to still move your?
I can try it, but I can't promise anything because I was trying to load it up while you were talking, but you want me to, oh, I can't, I guess you have to. It says you disable screen sharing. It won't let me screen share.
Okay,
So
no
do you want to
worries.
move them?
Yep.
Yeah, we can go ahead.
Yep. Okay, so just give us 1 second, everyone. I just need to come out of this PowerPoint presentation. And I'm just going to open up Wendy's. Okay, so I would like to introduce Wendy to everybody, and she's going to bring you through this whole section.
All right. Hi, guys, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on this webinar. I'm hoping you're getting a lot of good information. I fell in love with urban polling right at the beginning of the pandemic when the webinar started and people were just trying to throw out education and everybody, and this is one of the ones I got onto. But so my journey with actually started in cardiac rehab, and then I went into working with Parkinson's about 10 years ago or so. And just going to love it. I got Rocksteady certified right before the special came out with Leslie Stahl, and then that's when Rocksteady blew up. So I've been doing it for about almost 6 years now. And I love adding different things to the classes. It's like another tool in the toolbox for us. So that gave me a general idea of what to do with the polling and how to implement it with people with Parkinson's. The next one. So why do we want to use the activator polls for warm-up, cool-down, and stations exercises outdoor polling? It does help with extra stability for those that may need help with balance. So I've noticed with my population or my people that you know, some of them they're scared to try anything, but with the polls they felt a little more steadier so that we could actually challenge them a little bit more. It also gives them a visual and a tactile cue with the exercises to facilitate the bigger movements. They're not going to move as big if they don't feel comfortable moving big or balanced, so that activator pole gives them that confidence to help with those exercises. Also, it helps facilitate their upright posture, right? We all know that they have that forward flex posture, so we want to correct that, and that'll also help take some of that pull off their back for back pain. And then just helping increase stride length to overcome smaller steps associated with Parkinson's. So these are some of the assessments that I use just when they come in the gym to become a member. And it just kind of helps to, if you do add a polling class separate from your Rocksteady classes, it gives you a better idea of where to put them at or if they can use them. So I do the fuller assessment of balance. We do a 6-minute walk test, cardiovascular endurance. We check muscular strength endurance using the 30-second sit to stand. And then we also do the upper body with 30 seconds bicep curl, 5-pound weight for a woman and 8-pound for a man. We do the time stand to prone, so they're standing up and you get them to come all the way down to their stomach on the mat and then come all the way back up. And then depending on those assessments, also cognitive, we also do like a 4-square step too to see if they have any freezing of gait and if dual tasks bother them. So then that's when I call them teams. I did the levels at first, but then I had like all these people asking, well, why am I not on 1, 2, but they are? So I had to explain to them. So I just did a blue team and a red team. I found it to be easier, and it doesn't put that label of 1 or 2, like I'm a higher or I'm a lower. It just gives them like, this is my team and this is where I belong. Okay, next. So here's a little couple videos. I take them outside a lot. We have a group, probably about 8 max that come out. So we've incorporated some of Rocksteady techniques along with the polling techniques here. So this is just some warm-up exercises that we do.
Cross, down, jab, down, jab. Yep. Down, cross. Good. Jab, cross. I don't hear one person counting. Where's those voices?
Where's it supposed to be? Is it both of them? Or the one?
And down, jab, cross. 1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good, and then we apply some boxing principles here. So fast feet forward and back. Some have had a little difficulty with the coordination.
pretend like there's a rope you're stepping over and back.
So Wendy, I just want to say these are sort of your the suggestions for some gloves off exercises. Is that correct?
Yeah, so gloves off. You can even bring these inside, just to add for like a station if you want, just to give them a little bit different activity to do with your station work.
Punch and pull. There you go. Put them out there. Punch.
So not only are they working on weight shifting there, they're also working on coordination, balance, hand-eye, all that good stuff. And then here's some agility work, so sidestepping using the poles.
Step together, step together. Now go the other way. And the bird whistle that.
And it's good in a park setting too, because it's them on an unterrain surface, so uneven terrain. So they're in there's sticks and pine cones and all that good stuff in there, so they have to practice that. And then the second one is the weight shifting, rocking back and forth.
Good. Really reach as high as you can. Try a little higher, Sandy. A little higher. There you go. Good.
And this is a station that you can implement, so bobbin and weaving.
Jab cross.
You can have one person hold the pole, urban pole, and the other one
Jab cross.
going under, weight shifting, jab crossing, using the poles as a visual aid as well. And then we have chasing the rabbit. We do it without the poles
Chasing the
first.
rabbit without poles, side stepping. All right, switch directions. All right, arm swing with the urban pullings. Emphasizing big arm swing. All right, switch directions.
So you can see in the first one, he wasn't really swinging his arms too much, but given the poles, it gives him that cue to be bigger and move. All right, and here's some station work. I'm trying to think what we did for these ones. The first one, we're doing a pole toss, so side step pole toss. And then here we're doing like a modified jumping jack with a pole toss. And then the last one, working on the rotation. So like a med ball twist, you're just using the pole versus the med ball. But working on that trunk rotation too. I don't think those were videos, but these ones are pictures. So if you have like an uneven surface, so that's called a sand dune. It's pretty it's a little more squishier than like an aero pad. It challenges your balance a little more, a little ankle stability there. But you can have them step up and down on that as well. And then sidestep in with a cone as a visual too, like where to come and go back, working on big steps. So these are some, if you go outdoors, or you can put them indoors too, but these are some of the stuff that we do outside, working on weight shifting and reaching. So it helps with
Back and forth.
turning, rolling, and widen their base
Good.
of support for balance.
Really reach as high as you can. Try a little higher, Sandy. A little higher. There you go. Good.
All right, and then, so this is like a little, oh, I can't think of the word, different routine that we did. We did outside, and because I have a little outside area outside of the gym here, and then we brought them inside to do a different kind of surfaces.
Okay. So, urban pulling obstacles today. Outside sidestepping. Then we're stepping onto the grass, an uneven surface where we have some river stones. That's going to challenge the balance more. They have to step on it, take their poles with it, and bring it back. Good. Did you already do it once, Beth?
No, not this.
Okay, you came
I
inside.
just started it
Okay.
this.
Okay. All right, and then we have some sun out. So yeah, they have to go in a tight space of a door, walk over the hurdle. There's Miss Debbie. You're gonna go in and go around.
Come on, Wayne. Come on in, brother.
And then they come inside, walking, but have distractions.
Oh no! If only I could throw a frisbee.
Well, hopefully they're not hit. So noises, obstacles inside, challenge them.
So we're just trying to implement like what they would face like out in quote unquote real world. So if they're walking, not even in a class environment, but if they go walking with their family members in the park or wherever it may be that they're doing, that they're able to coordinate with their poles and have the distractions and be able to weight shift, to sidestep or step back or whatever, or turn, be able to do that safely. So that's what we want to practice and just kind of get that in their brain, like, you know, just to be able to move to the side safely, and that they can have the confidence to be able to do that as well. Next. And sometimes we have bad weather, so we bring it indoors, just a little, or you can just have stations. You can, however you want to set it up is always, you can change it up. That's what I love about the diversity of the whole thing. So in here, these ones are video. This one's a video, correct? So here we're just working in change of direction, so the cone to cone with the poles, so sidestep in. So I know like a lot of times with us at the park, there's always somebody coming to the side, a jogger, a kid, a dog, whatever it may be. So this helps them to be able to change directions quickly and safely with the poles. And then that one's not a video. So that one's just him stepping on the stones, just an uneven surface, uneven balance. So if you're stepping on a curb to grass or you're stepping on a pine cone, it just kind of gives them that tactile cue, proprioception. Just notice that with the poles. And then you can do power moves. I'm not sure how many guys are you familiar with power, Parkinson's wellness recovery, but we can use those too. It works on their posture, their weight shifting,
Twist,
trunk mobility,
open wide,
and then stepping.
twist, and wide, come together, step out, together, step, together. Good.
And then also where'd it go? Also, we just add uneven surface. So BOSU is a good tool to put in there. I have them step on it. They can reach up. You can also have them put the poles in the middle of the BOSU and have them squat down. It kind of gives them an unlevel surface with the poles, and it challenges their balance a little bit more that way. And then with the cones on the floor, it's just working more on sidestepping there. So whether it may be like getting out of their car and they have to step out sideways, just gives them another little cue or visual to help them with that. Okay. All right. All right, so this is what we're going to do together. So if you guys want to grab your poles, these are just some sample warm-up exercises that we can do. I'll grab my poles. Let me fix my camera. You guys can see me here.
Wendy, do you want everyone to put the bell-shaped tips on their poles now?
Yeah, they can put the bell shape. That way they can
Okay.
kind of feel it.
Okay. So that will just give you a little bit more stability when you're doing these exercises as well. So just give everyone, Wendy, just a couple minutes to switch over to that. And also just want to let you know too, this is one of the handouts. Like Wendy showed you a ton of exercises. So just let you know, in the handout, it actually lists all these exercises that Wendy's going to show you, plus you're going to get the recording as a separate chapter, so you'll be able to correlate those exercises with the recordings as well. And okay, sounds great, Wendy.
All right, so the first one we're going to do is just arm swings with the poles. So you can work a couple of things with these. If they have a lot of rigidity, you can just have them hold the poles for a few seconds and then just switch and hold. And then if you have a lot of bradykinesia, then you just want them to go fast. So you can alternate, go fast 10 times and then slower and hold. 3, 4, 5, and then do fast 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then go slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right. Let's bring the poles back down. Make sure we put them in the right hands. This one you might just need, you can use one, so you can actually place one down for this one. But this one, you're just going to have them sidestep and then toss the pole side to side. So you can step to the side and then shift. And then you can go to the other side. You can even have them step back and do it. Weight shifting back. And you can even do front and just have them kind of toss it forward and catch, come back. Good, looks good. All right, and then we'll just still have to do with one pole. Oh, okay, I didn't think what it was. All right, so I'm going to try to show you from the side. So what you're going to do is have them step forward with the pole overhead, come back a little bit, and then this back leg is going to come up and you're going to bring your knee to it. So step forward, back leg up, and then just step back and up. 3, 4, 5, and then we can just switch sides. So then you're going to step, I just got a directional challenge. So bring it up and then up, lift the leg up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. I might have messed you up on the sequence there. I got sidetracked too. But basically what you're doing is you're lifting up overhead, they're in that lunge position, bringing that back leg up. Okay. All right, and then chops, we can do that with a med ball. Sometimes they're too heavy for certain people, or just shoulder mobility, depending on what it is with them. So you can just come up here and then just chop and up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, and then we'll do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right. So now we're going to grab both because we're going to do those power moves that you kind of got a little glimpse into in that video. So we'll have both poles. And we'll just do 5 of each exercise. So the first one is your power up. This is helping to work with posture. So you're going to bring your poles out a little bit in front. Feet are about shoulder width apart. And then you're going to bend down. So when you bend down, I'll show you from the side, you're going to push your poles a little bit forward. And then you're going to power up. 1. Try not to hyperextend. Just come straight up, but bring your arms back in a V. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now we'll work on weight shifting here. So one pole will be down. I'm going to shift my weight to one leg and reach up. So I'm shifting my weight to my right leg and lifting my right arm up. Then I come back to center and I'll shift to the other side. 2, and then switch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then that's a good little stretch up for rigidity, but if you want them to go faster, you can just have them speed it up for a little more of the bradykinesia. Good, and then we'll do our twist. So you're going to come out, poles are to your side, and then you're just going to have them rotate, bringing the one pole to the other side, meeting the poles up, and then opening big, and then going to the other side. Open big, and switch. 2, open, 2, open, 3, open, 4, open, 6, open, 7, open, 8, open, 9, open, and 10, and open. Good. All right, now we're going to bring it in. We're going to step out to the side. So you can do this 2 ways, 3 ways. You can just have them step out to the side and come back in, and you can just count 10 on that side, and then 10 on the other, and then you can just rotate. So we'll just rotate, we'll alternate here. So we'll just step 1 and come back to the center, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. All right, so those are the power moves. So now we're going to add a little bit of brain / boxing to the warm-up. So here you're going to go. You're going to be in your boxer stance. You're going to do your jab is 1, cross is 2, 3 is step back left, 4 is step back right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm going to change it up. 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3. 2, 1, 4, 3. 1, 4, 2, and 3. Tricky, huh? Seems simple, but it's a little tricky. So that's like a little warm up to get them going and moving. So that's just a good warm up. So then I guess we'll go into some station work I want to do. So this one, you guys can sit down for this one. I'm just going to show you a little bit more of the stations that I incorporate with the RSB and outside sometimes, or if it's just a cold day and we just want to do something different. So the first one I'm going to do, I don't have the tire, but we're just going to use toe taps. I have my step here. You're just going to have them tap. You can hold on. So somebody that's a little more unstable, somebody that's not unstable, this is going to seem too easy for them. But then you can challenge them more by making them go faster. So tapping, speeding it up a little bit, versus they might not do that if they didn't have the pole. So if they're a little more unstable, a little more balance issues, they can just tap up. If it's too easy, then have them speed it up. All right, good. I'm going to cheat sheet. All right, so we have chase the rabbit. We saw that in the video, but you can do it around the step, a hula hoop, a tire, whatever you have, just kind of make that one. So I'm just going to do it around the step. So you're just going to have them, you can sidestep with the poles. I think in the video, I'm just going to do a U shape. Video, we just did poles and then we did the arm swing. So you can do it with the poles, have them step to the side, and then maybe just have them do arm swing and step to the side. So you can change up the station however you want, whatever you want to focus on that day. Or have them go in between. So you can have them do one time around with the poles. And then the second time they have to go around and do arm swing stepping. So you can interchange them. You can just do one. You can make them two different stations. Really, I want you to work on, so you can really be creative with it. All right. And then let's see. Next, we're going to do a boxing move. It's called punch, pivot, punch. So if you want to, I got little feet here for a visual. So you're going to do like a clock. 1, 12, 3, 6, and 9. So you want to work on turning. Pivot here. So you're going to have them stand. If you don't have any feet or circles or dots, you can just use tape, a duct tape masking tape. But you're going to have them stand in their boxer stance. They're going to punch and then pivot. So I'm taking my leg that's behind me and I'm pivoting. And then punch and pivoting. So they're bringing their pole with them. And it's also helpful if they're in the right hand. Punch and then pivot. And then you can have them go the other way. So then I'm going to do a cross, and I'm going to cross, punch, and pivot. Cross and pivot. And then you can either have them switch feet. So southpaw, punch, and then pivot. That way they're working both sides. Right. And then let's see what else we can do. Oh, sit to stand. So here's a chair. Getting in and out of a chair can be sometimes hard, but the poles kind of give them a little extra boost. So I'm not going to do it, but you can lower it a little bit down. It's easier if you lower your poles down a little bit to help get them down. But then you're just going to have them stagger their feet. They're going to come up like you're going to do a power up, and then you can bring the arms back and then sit back down. Up and then down. So from the side, you'll see I kind of bring them up, poles, and I come back down. Okay, and then you can add a little more. You can have them come up and reach, and then back down. come up, reach, and then back down. So there's lots of little things. You can have them step to the side, more of a power move, or kicking, or marching, and then stand up. All right, let's see what's next on there. And then we'll have a squat in, squat out. So I'm gonna leave my little feet here. So we're gonna just have our poles. We're gonna have our feet about shoulder width apart. The poles are slightly in front of us. And we're just gonna have them squat and then step out and squat. Back in and squat. Bringing their pole to the side that they're stepping out. So stepping left, my left pole is coming. Right, right pole. And you could even have them do them forward and backwards. So instead of a squat forward, you just have them do a lunge forward, and then you can have them step back. So lunge forward, step back. Lunge forward, step back. And then back. So like they're crossing over a line, then you can switch. So let's step forward and then back. Forward and back. Good. All right, and then let's see what else we got. Last one I have on here are some ladder drills and hopscotch. That's something new, a little challenge that I gave to my guys outside. But for the ladder, where am I? In the ladder, so you have your drills where you go sideways. You can either have them step out and over, pole to pole, so still that zigzag approach, or you can have them step in. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but what I'm doing is I'm to the side, stepping in with my poles together inside the little box, and I'm stepping out, in together, out together, so that zigzag. Then you can also have them come, step forward and back. So slower would be for somebody that has a little more of a balance issue, but they're still able to be upright. And then if you want to challenge them more, you have them come back, forward and back. So in the ladder, out the ladder. And then you can add the fun of hopscotch. So this would be in the middle. You're just going to alternate. I have them tap the poles and then lift up one. I'm trying to come a little closer so you guys can see. So I'm hopping. I gotta get the coordination out. So each time I'm coming down with both of them, and when I come up, I lift one up. And ta-da. Any questions? Whew, that was a workout.
I love it. I love it. They're great.
Sorry. Thank you. Whoever, I can't hear you saying it. Any questions? So that's like the thing that I love about the poles. You can add them in your stations. You can incorporate them. And then you can create stations that mimic something that goes outside if they were to go take the pose on their own. So we're teaching them inside the gym to be able to weight shift normally, but if you're adding the pose to it, it's another little distraction for them. So that gives them a better idea of how to implement the pose into walking outside.
Well, thanks, Wendy. That every time I watch you, I see that you've just added more creativity and innovation to your exercises. I'm just going to make sure whether anyone's put anything in the chat section from you. Nope. Okay, great. Glad to hear that people liked that. And yeah, let Wendy know if you've got any other feedback. You're getting some claps there from Terry. Thanks, Terry. So thank you so much, Wendy. She's going to Wendy's going to come back later. You haven't seen the last of Wendy. She's going to come back just talking to you more about some guidelines and some more creative ideas that she's got in terms of when you take a polling group outside for particularly so Wendy's covered more of your active clients here for standing exercises, and she'll be back later to talk to you about some Rock City boxing ideas for your outdoor polling group as well. So we are going to give you are you guys, how about we give everyone, we're scheduled here for a break. Are you guys okay with a short break, or do you want a little bit longer? Are people okay with the short one? Yeah? Okay. Oh, people want long, long. Okay.